Now, I've been getting questions from people that have been following along with me live. Like, you're rich, but you're not following. They're like, hey man, but you're not following this. It's like, yeah, but this has nothing to do with really the exam. This covers some of the exam and there's overlap. But what you need to do here is, which is why you need to watch all the videos prior to this, is we're studying for the exam guide. Okay? And they already gave us 40 pages worth of PDF. Okay, what are the skills, what are the knowledge, and we're preparing based upon that. And then also based upon the questions that are clearly on what's out there. We sourced up everything from LinkedIn, Reddit, YouTube. So we're preparing for the exam because a lot of people have also been telling me, like, they've been going through all of the curriculum and they're very stressed out because they already can feel, is this actually the exam? No, they're not even the same. I don't even know why this was done this way, but these are not even the same instructors. These two are not the same instructors. They are not talking about the CCAF anywhere in the curriculum. They are talking about overarching skills, right? So yeah, but with that said, let's go ahead and get it. As always, what we want to do here first is I'm going to create a blank Google Doc. I'm going to take this Google Doc here and I'm going to add that over here for good measure, just so that we don't miss out on it. I also have another spreadsheet here just on the side that you guys don't need to see because all of these Loom video links, they're going somewhere. It's not going here. It's going to be uploaded soon. With that said, so my assistant knows how to go ahead and upload it because I can't do it. I wouldn't know how to do it even if I could. I probably, it's not worth my time to do it. So as with everything here, I'm gonna grab this session log. I'm gonna go ahead and copy, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit paste. Session received. Your YouTube title for this is I built an AI agent from scratch. That's actually how it works. And I'm going to take this. And this is the backup one, right? But what we're covering is hub and spoke architecture, one coordinator. Okay, all right. So I'm going to take this right here and I'm going to go with the backup option right now, which is how agents actually think and act. Complete agent loop. I'm going to do that. Or actually, you know what? I'll go with this title instead. I built a working AI agent from scratch with zero code. Here's how it works. So, actually, I'm going to ask this. Shouldn't we have for the YouTube title something that has to do with hub and spoke architecture? Wouldn't that be more searchable? Because this title sounds too much like the previous YouTube title you just gave me. If you're thinking like, oh, am I really watching this guy? I mean, yeah, dude. Ooh, this is good. So sometimes you need to go out there and prompt Claude. If you don't think it makes sense, you need to say something about it. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and get it. You know, what we're covering this recording. Okay, concept hub and spoke architecture, one coordinator managing multiple specialized sub-agents. Build a coordinator agent that delegates to two specialized sub-agents and combines their results. Camera moment, the moment you see two separate Claude instances working on different tasks simultaneously and feeding the results back to one coordinator. Hub and spoke architecture, the business analogy first. You run tech careers, you have a team. Yes, I do. When a complex client comes in and you do not do everything yourself. You delegate. You send a resume specialist to review a candidate's resume. That's true. You send a market researcher to check for current salary ranges. I do. You collect both reports and you make the final decision yourself. You are the coordinator, the hub. So the hub is the coordinator, right? Your specialists are the sub-agents, the spokes, like spokes on a wheel. I like that. So this is exactly how multi-agent systems work in Claude. One coordinator, Claude, receives the goal. It breaks down the goal into tasks and it delegates, okay, the task to a specialized sub-agent, Claude. Each sub-agent does one job, and it reports back. Okay, the coordinator combines everything into a final answer. The technical layer, here is the architecture visually. User request, coordinator delegates, sub-agent 1, sub-agent 2, results combined, coordinator agent, final answer to user. Okay, each sub-agent is completely separate API call. They do not talk to each other, so they go this way, but they're not talking to each other. You know, the sub-agent 1 versus sub-agent 2, they do not share memory. They only communicate through the coordinator. Wow, it sounds military. This part is what most people get wrong. This is the most tested concept in hub and spoke, and almost everyone gets it wrong. Sub-agents do not share memory or state automatically, ever. If a sub-agent 1 discovers something important, that information does not magically appear in the sub-agent 2's context. The coordinator must explicitly pass the information between them. This is called sub-agent isolation and is one of the most single common source of multi-agent failures, and the exam tests it directly. Okay, your build, do this right now. So before I even get onto this, right, I'm just gonna take all this information right here. Okay, I'm gonna take all this information right here. Okay, so I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna create a brand new Google Doc right here. And I'm going to take this. I'm going to grab that. And most importantly, that's important. But the part that most people get wrong, when I review it later, I ain't gonna remember this shit. So I'm going to highlight it right now in yellow right here, right? So, I mean, it works for me. You do what you got to do for you, right? And then I am going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to copy this. This is your API key here. And let's get it. Now I'm going to show you guys the response from the prompt. And I am going to go ahead and give it a title so I can just remember it better. But this is actually what I have, coordinator. This is actually what came up as a result. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to say here. Okay. This is the result that it prompted back. Did I do it right? If so, let me know if this is the end of the video and then what it is that we need to move forward with. And then also, you know, give me the whole breakdown afterwards that you usually do. You did perfectly, and look what just happened. This is the camera moment. 3 separate Claude instances just worked in one. You have sub-agent 1, research job market, sub-agent 2, analyze the skill transferability. The coordinator read both reports. What you just proved, coordinator received the request and delegated. Sub-agent 1 did this, coordinator, okay, 3 separate APIs, 3 separate contexts. The sub-agent isolation proof. The exam trap, I love it when they talk about the exam trap, okay. Wow, I'm so pumped up about this. This was done in 10 minutes. And then I'm like, look at how much, now I know how much I'm covering of everything. And I am just gonna go ahead and actually grab it right here. It says that, and I'm going to go back over here. Okay. It says session log. Okay, paste this at the start of the next session. Okay, 7:30. Claude responded. You did it perfectly. Okay, camera moment. I have all this information here. most importantly, and I'm just going to take this right now, and I'm just going to do this. What is this font up here? Okay, Arial. I'm just going to make it Arial just for a little bit easier for me to read. But don't think this is enough. Like, I'm going to have to go through this in, like, my own time, just so I know I can, like, recall it, because we went through a lot of information today. But I feel good about this. Like, I sent my first API call, I switched models live, I read token counts, I built system prompts, I built conversation history, demonstrated stop reasons, completed the agent feedback loop, built a hub and spoke multi, scored 87%, passed your first CCAF style practice question. This is an entire week content compressed into one day. Okay, this is the domain. So the next section that we're going to go ahead and get after is the architecture. So I'm going to go back over here. How sub agents communicate. Spoiler, they don't unless you engineer it. So I'm going to go back over here, and I totally forgot. See, this is why I got to be so on top of it, because hang on. I'm going to take the link here, and that way, like, I don't oh, hang on. That wasn't the right one. So I make sure that I have the Google Doc right here, along with, let me see here, hub and spoke architecture. I just got to go ahead and back this up right here. And back this up right here so you guys know. But now we're going to move on to the next section, which is how sub agents communicate. Spoiler, they don't. And if we go all the way down here, we're actually going to see, damn, let's get it. Let's really get it. We did a week of this pretty much in a day, and I'm feeling a lot better about this exam now too.